Dream team. What? Lauric acid? Yeah, you know. Yeah, lauric acid's one. You could also call it monolaurin. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah, the lauric acid is antiviral, so that is one of those pathogens. If you want to call them that, whatever. You also have caprylic acid. All right, caprylic acid, which is anti-fungal. But mainly, I'd say coconut oil is awesome because it's saturated fat. It's mostly saturated fat, and it's a vegetarian source instead of beef and butter, or meats. Any animal foods are going to have most of the saturated fat. There's really practically no saturated fat out there in a vegetarian source. I mean, there's a couple other sources, but not much. Mainly, I'd say because of saturated fat. Those saturated fats are super important. Everybody's been brainwashed into this don't eat saturated fat thing, and it's crazy because you need them for your hormones. They're the backbones to your hormones. They are what insulate your heart. If your heart has to draw on reserves because it's fighting whatever, has to draw on fat from around your heart muscle. Those saturated fats protect your body. They make up 50% of your cell membranes, especially in the heart. Cell membranes are the casing of the cells. So I mean, that's huge. That's half of your cells as far as like the structural integrity. And as far as the saturated fat, as far as cooking too, it's the safest thing to cook with. I would never cook with olive oil. I mean, occasionally I do, but that's just because I might have run out of coconut oil or something, or I just want to change it up just because I'm an experimenter or whatever. But saturated fats are the safest to cook with because they're high heat. They can withstand the highest heat without oxidizing, without going rancid. What's that?
Over 400 degrees. It's like 420.
Over 400 degrees is what? When they get what?
Oxidized.
Oxidized?
Coconut oil does. Rapeseed oil is a little less, but it's still pretty up there.
Coconut oil, 400 degrees, oxidation. Alright, now we know.
Over.
Over, yeah. Nice. That's pretty high.
Yeah.
Pretty high. I mean, some of the other oils they classify as high to medium heat can be even like around 212 degree oxidation, and so that's pretty low compared to coconut oil then. But you can also do coconut butter. So coconut butter, yeah, it's really tasty. I eat that. Sometimes I eat coconut oil, like if I need an even quicker pick me up. But if I'm just eating it, to eat it, coconut butter is much tastier. You can put it on bread, toast. Yeah, protein shake. You can just eat it. A couple tablespoons for breakfast. I mean it'll give you so many calories and so much blood sugar stabilization. I mean, it's really good. Yeah. So, other thing that's awesome about coconut is MCTs, medium chain triglycerides. I'm sure Lance here knows about that. Macadamia nut oil, he says. I don't actually know if. They probably do have MCTs. I don't even know if they do though, to be honest. A couple other things that have MCTs are palm oil, and palm oil, and I guess macadamia. There's not many things out there with medium chain triglycerides. Coconut oil is 66% MCTs, which is huge. That's the majority of it. So those MCTs are unique in like I said, unique in foods. Those are awesome because it's a quick fuel. It's a quick energy. Requires no digestion really at all. It can go right into your cells to be burned and used for energy. So those as well. I mean, your body can use fats, especially MCTs, in the absence of sugar, for your brain. So you won't get blood sugar crashes, and you won't feel nearly as hungry if you eat some coconut butter, and coconut oil. I mean, every time I eat it, I usually am doing it. Oftentimes I do it when I'm afraid I'm going to crash because I can't eat enough. I can't get enough food just because of work or whatever. So that's what's awesome about that. Like I said, it's got that other stuff, antiviral, anti-fungal. Uses of it, I mentioned some of those. You can put it on your skin for moisturizing it. Use it as a suntanner if you want it even. A lot of people like it. It's used in India for lice because it has those anti-properties, you know. So that's coconut oil. That's maybe Pippin right there. Pippin and Jordan we got so far. Next one. Algae. Algae is, let's say algae is Barkley.
What?
Barkley? Big ass, you know.
Like that. Yeah, addiction.
Yeah, he's got a big ass because he's so nutrient dense. That's what algae is. It's the nutrient dense brain food. Algae is really the first plant life. It's first plant life with diatoms, they were called. And that's actually an algae, and they sell something now called diatomaceous earth. It's the shells of those algae, basically. It's the fossilized algae, and that's awesome, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But algae and seaweeds, they're kind of in the same category. So these things have nutrition again that no other things have. They've got some of the glyconutrients. They've got a ton of minerals, a ton of omegas, omega-3s. These are good oils for your brain. They've got, well, specifically, like, I'm going to talk about like E3 Live. It's blue-green algae. It's got 65 vitamins, minerals, aminos, enzymes, a lot of stuff. I got a sheet here that shows all of it. Just super nutrient dense. The stuff they have different from other stuff though is iodine mainly. It's in the seaweeds. High amounts of iodine. You don't find that really in anything in those amounts. And iodine is really good for your thyroid, and everybody needs iodine because nobody gets it. So that's why you got to eat seaweed. That's partly why the Japanese are really healthy people. They eat a lot of that. Iodine chlorophyll is the other main thing I would say that's in super high amounts in algae and seaweed. Chlorophyll is the green pigment of the plants. And it's just in really high doses, and it's very cleansing. It's very alkalizing. Also, the B vitamins, especially B12 and protein, in outrageous amounts. Algae and bee pollen and royal jelly maybe are some of the highest protein per pound than anything. They destroy meat as far as the protein content as far as weight. So that's some of the unique things. Algae, they've got studies on it for the immune system, so it would be like antiviral, anti-bacterial, all that stuff. I like how alkalizing it tastes. Those greens we just don't eat a lot of in that high of an amount, and your taste buds really start to like it, I feel like. The blue-green algae, it's called AFA, abbreviation I'll just call it Floss Aqua. It's got phycocyanin, which is a blue pigment, which you really don't find in anything either, besides the algae, which is good antioxidants. Blue-green, so let's talk about, there's 4 different algae, or 4 different categories I'd say. There's red algae, which is great for specifically for viruses and for minerals, calcium. They get a lot of calcium from that. So be good for any viral stuff. Be good for MS. I know it's recommended for MS. Good for osteoporosis. You got blue-green, which I mentioned. That's mainly good for the brain and a lot of nutrition, I'd say. Protein, B12. You got green algae. Anyone know a green algae at all? Maybe, possibly. I mean, none of these things are too common that you would come across, except for maybe swimming out there in the ocean. But there's kelp. There's chlorella. Chlorella is the main one. The green algae are really good for metals, cleansing metals. And then you got brown algae, which is best, I'd say, for weight loss, for metabolism, for blood sugar. Mainly weight loss. Clonia cava, bladderwrack, those ones. So a lot of nutrition in algae. Fucking drink it. Do something. I got it right here. Actually, this is one. I could give anybody samples if they're brave enough. I got some cups over here. Anyone want to try? Anyone? You want to try? You want to try?
Right.
Yeah, man. It's pretty good. I mean, it takes some getting used to. But
Liquor?
yeah, it's liquid. This one comes in a frozen. Here, hold on. It comes in a frozen juice, pretty much. And you just defrost it. Put it in your shakes or drink it straight up. Mix it with water.
Yeah, it tastes like
It's pretty good.
green,
You guys want to try?
green vibrance.
Yeah, pretty much.
Concentrated green
Nikki?
vibrance.
Yeah, it's not the best version of it.
It's not the best way.
With a little
You
bit
do get to where you like it and crave it.
Little
I'm
fish guts.
telling you, man. Like, it's so nutritious. You can't stay away from it once you start. It's like a Pringle, you know what I'm saying?
I'll take that.
Like a Pringle. Friend. You want to try?
Just chug it. Just water it.
You just taste it. Just get the taste. Here, I'll give you.
Hey, I dehydrated some portobello mushrooms. They taste like chips.
What about mushrooms?
Dehydrated some portobello mushrooms.
Oh, yeah? You ate them?
Chips.
You put some salt or something?
No, actually, they were like naturally
You guys
really
yeah.
decent.
You guys at least get the taste. You know, I mean, I do a bigger shot than that, but this stuff is expensive as crap, so I'm just giving you a taste, you know. This is diatomaceous earth. This is anti-parasitic. It's got 101 uses. You can use it for cockroaches, all kinds of shit. This is an algae. This is the fossilized algae. It's like a powder. Mix it. So that's awesome stuff. That's the first plant life right there. I got in my bag right there.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. So now, how'd you guys like it anyway? Anyone?
I like it.
Lance liked it.
I like everything though.
Yeah. I know.
It can be garbage.
Because you're a super hardcore bodybuilder guy that's down to do the crazy shit.
I've been buying seaweed and eating it.
What kind?
Well, I've been buying the dried out one.
What, dulse?
I guess.
Or just dried like...
to roll sushi.
Oh.
Oh yeah, like nori.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's awesome. It's kind of tough to eat though. Yeah.
I chop it up
Yeah, that's good.
and then I'll put it like in rice. And
Roll some
Whatever.
stuff into it, like tamari, pumpkin seeds, and remember that
Cabbage,
thing
yeah.
that Ryan
Tamari
had?
pumpkin seeds, cabbage, and
Yeah,
I think
that
that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
I could see some carrots
Then-
going in there. That would be good.
Maybe
Like
the
some
cucumber,
thinly shredded carrots. Yeah, cucumber maybe.
make
Yeah.
rolls,
Yeah,
some
make
rags.
yeah.
That
Rags
was-
aminos. Be good shit, man. I eat dulse. Dulse is my favorite to eat. It's easy. You can sprinkle it on, or you can buy it in strips, and it's easy to chew.
They were like
Salty?
yeah.
Yeah, they're super salty. You can rinse them if you want. Rinse some of that salt off. But it comes from the sea, you know. So I mean,
Gotta go to the Nifty Oriental Market.
yeah. Yeah, people keep telling me to go to Oriental Market. I gotta go
You should
sometime.
try this.
It's a Chinese dude there that does diagnostic
I
stuff.
found it's called Fresh Market on Hillsborough. Have you heard of it?
On Hillsborough?
Yes.
And it's called Fresh Market?
Remember that
You mean
one-
Sanwa?
Do you remember that?
Sanwa Fresh Market?
I don't know, but remember that one outdoors market? we went
Yeah,
to?
yeah, it's past that.
Before it, it's an indoor building. They have like it's like a warehouse.
Yeah,
All kinds of crazy food.
yeah.
They have like leche fries.